Hey, it's the Geek. It's Themocles,
The Greek.
Something. Mike, the Geek, Raptus. Here we are at the Lazy Boy Studios at theprovince.com. We are talking week 13 NFL. We're talking about Falcons, Vikes, big game, huge matchup.
Yep.
Mike, I already know who you're going to take, but explain to us why we should take the Falcons.
Yeah,
and
I like the Falcons, and it's not just their 3 wins in a row, it's how they're doing it. Now, these guys are scoring a ton of points within those 3 games, 31.7 points across some, against some pretty good teams, Tampa Bay not included. But now they got Julio Jones going, and that could mean trouble for their opposition, and they will probably be getting Devontae Freeman back. So he will round out their 10th ranked running game, which should do fairly well against Minnesota. Now, they are up against the very tough Vikings defense. I'll give you that now.
Very tough.
But the Falcons defense has been playing pretty well recently, getting after quarterbacks. They're now 10th in yards allowed out of all the teams. And Minnesota, these guys, they can't win them all, right? They've gone on a good streak here. They got to lose at some point. As the kids say, they should take the L here. The Dirty Birds will get the worm. Take the Falcons.
So basically you're saying they are due for a loss, so they should lose? That's the logic behind it?
Yeah.
That is... Okay, well, you can see why he loses year after year in the Geek versus Greek head-to-head. You got to pick the Vikings. I mean, they're playing unbelievable. No one really is giving them much of a shot because of 2 words, Case Keenum. No one wants to give this guy any credit for what he's done. The journeyman quarterback, undrafted. He was like 9-15 with the Jags and the Texans. But he's won 7 in a row. His passer rating, high 90s. Under pressure last week, it jumped up to like 106. He's unflappable. I don't know where he came from this year, how he turned into this guy. But he's played amazing. He's taking care of the ball. He's not taking sacks. In fact, he's only been sacked 7 times all season, which is best in the league by far. He's got playmakers. He's got guys like Kyle Rudolph, who's now like 5th all-time in Vikings touchdowns. Adam Thielen, wide receiver. On defense, their run defense is number 2 in the league. So Devontae Freeman isn't really going to get much out of that. And speaking of Julio Jones, our boy who put up 250 and 2 touchdowns against Tampa last week, he's actually the only player in NFL history to have multiple games of 250 yards or more. He's done it 3 times. But he is facing Xavier Rhodes, the X Factor. This guy shut him down last time they played. He only had 4 catches for 27 yards. You take him out of the game, Devontae Freeman out of the game. The Purple People Eaters are going to have a field day with Matt Ryan. I think the only logical thing here is to take the Vikings, not because they're due for another win, but because they're doing everything right that they should win the game. So
I've stated my case. The Falcons are hot.
I mean, if you want to listen to a guy named after a thermometer, fine, do whatever you want. But I'm telling you, take the Vikings. And make sure you go to lazynfl.com for your chance to win all sorts of prizes from Lazy Boy, including these awesome recliners. Head down to any one of their 3 Lower Mainland locations, and you can even watch the games there on Sunday. They got these chairs set up. You can sit down, watch the games, and watch Mike lose again for yet another year.
Okay, 12-4 last week.
Themacabak?
Themacabak? I can't even pronounce it.
Themacabak? Yeah. Mike, the Geek, Greek.